generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180! Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Four down.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Hey, seam 6. 54. It's our time.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. Now a play fake, and it's Luck.
And that's caught. Inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 60 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Margus Hunt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check out. 390. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Check out. 390. Too low, cut.
Out of the gun, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm scared.
Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Luck. Being chased out left. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing his line. Trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They go play action here on first down. Gets this one to use check. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Love. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They can't hang with us.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
He can't. Come on. He's not going to get me. Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's Luck. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 45-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
This is caught inside the 15. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Love. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
The 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I know he ain't got it.
Luck now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready? Double time.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let him know.
Here's Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Check out. Watch the 2-7. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
39-yard line.
Check out. 180. Lights 54. Down to lose one.
To throw is Locke. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays. But running game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. He's checking. Crash. Deuce.
Here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And a good rally to the football there as it looks as if they're going to stop him a couple yards shy of the marker. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The quarterback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
One, Omaha.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180! Number 53, Mike 53! Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
With the score, Colts 34, 49ers 14.
Here we go. Let's 80! Max 50. Watch the slant. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Stop your whining.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Wide.
Come on, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, they're scared.
On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on, let's go.
From the 31, Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Check out. Right 40. Right 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right 60.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Well, it was a big run. They got him down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Yo, trick.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll run it with Mack. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 27. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Darius Leonard in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
White.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, keep it up.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he'll be take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.